So firstly, code and gas. So we have the code hash, which is this normal C. It's a hash of the code. We define bold C as being the pre-image of that hash. This is just a convenience thing. It saves me having to, every time I want to say the code of the service, having to say that there exists a piece of data which, when hashed, is the hash of the code of the service. I just define this to be that pre-image, which I'm allowed to do because it's maths. In code, it would be a bit more fiddly, and you'd have to. I don't know. Maybe you can have a function, but you'd have to have some sort of hash pre-image lookup. Here, it's just an equivalence. So whenever we see subscript bold C, we know we're talking about the code of the account, even though we actually only ever store the hash of that code. The code should be in the account's pre-images. That's what this means. So you basically say, when you set a particular service's code to some particular hash, you're inadvertently also you're implying that the account actually is storing the code already in its pre-images section. Yeah. When you upgrade your service, setting it to a new code hash, the first thing that you would do is upload or request the pre-image of the new code. That pre-image would make its way on chain through the pre-images extrinsic, and then once it's on chain, you would then actually do the upgrade to the new code hash. If you did it not in that order, you'd risk upgrading to a code hash that doesn't have a pre-image, and therefore the service wouldn't have anything run on it until that pre-image were to be deployed on chain. All right, now the code has 3 entry points given by 3 indices, 0, 1, and 2. The PVM spec states exactly how these indices are used in the different invocations. I won't go into it now, but you can just assume that when you build a piece of service code, you will end up with 3 different sort of exported functions. And they are refine, accumulate, on transfer. Refine executes in core, and therefore, as far as on-chain is concerned, it's irrelevant. It needn't actually be defined for the on-chain section, but it will need to be to do anything useful in core. Right. Yeah, we got some gas there. We don't really care. Right. So let's jump into pre-image lookups.